Now then, my friends, regular viewers of the channel will know that I own an electric car. You'll be well aware of that over the last 2 years of me whinging and whining about electric cars, because I've always said electric cars are not and will never be the future, because they lack soul and they lack character of like cars from times gone by. I mean, look back at your childhood. We all remember what cars our parents had. My dad had a Ford Capri, Ford Cortina. He had a lot of cars actually. A Ford Capri with the vinyl roof on it, and I even remember the seats inside. We even remember the smells and the sounds of the cars. And them cars now are in museums, and cars like this behind me here, the Porsche Taycan, well, they'll end up basically in a landfill, buried very deep so that they don't set fire to anything. And today, my friends, I'm going to take you and this car on a journey back in time, because we're at the Great British Car Journey right here in Derbyshire. It's going to be a great day. There's even a restaurant, a little cafe here as well. I think it's called the Filling Station, where you can have a breakfast or you can have homemade pie and chips. It's not a food review today. Basically, we're going to take you back in time. We're going to have a look at some cars and we're going to have a little bit of fun and see a little bit of nostalgia, because I'm looking forward to it. I'm very relaxed on this video. I'm going to go and get a coffee first and maybe a bacon or a sausage sandwich or whatever. We're not going full English today, but we're going to go back in time. We all love these cars and I can't wait. And this place as well, by the way, I'll put the website in the description down below. You can actually take the cars out for a drive, buy one as a gift, buy your loved one a gift and let them go out in a classic car. I'm looking forward to it. If you're new to the channel, do me a favour, just hit the thumbs up if you like the video, and also click the subscribe button and the little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now let's once again have a wander around back in time and prove that EVs and electric cars are definitely not the way forward. So without further ado, my friends, let's go. Wow, this is absolutely fantastic, and I've not even gone inside yet. Some of these cars are absolutely amazing. We're going to go in now. This actually cost me £16 to go around here. I booked it online. I believe it's cheaper if you book it online before you come on the day, and I'll pop the website in the description down below. You also get a headset as well, which tells you about the cars. I don't think I'm going to bother with that today because I'm taking videos. However, pick one up yourself and it'll tell you the history of all the cars. Let's get in there. Right, it's absolutely fantastic in here, and I tell you what, there's even a car. I've just been speaking to the guy in reception there who I actually know. So hi Steve, if you're watching. I used to work with him at the Nottingham Post, and he loves nostalgia, so it's a great place for him to work. He's given me this, which you can scan a QR code on each one of the cars here, and it tells you the information about the cars and the background of them. There's actually a Mini here as well with no miles on it. The lady had one already apparently, and she bought another one and kept it from brand new, and everything's still in the wrapper. Even the gear lever itself is still in the wrapper. So we're going to scan a few of these and have a look a bit of the background. But what a great place. I'm loving it already. this car, the Morris Minor Traveller, with the wooden back frame in it as well. If I remember rightly, there was a programme on TV called The Chinese Detective, and I'm sure he had one of these. Do your research for me and let me know in the comments section down below whether I'm right or not. This is making the hair stand up on the back of my neck and my arms. The nostalgia, it's just amazing. This is what I mean about electric cars and EVs. You'll never get the feeling like I'm getting now. Look at the hairs on my arm with all these cars. It's nostalgia. You'll never get that with an electric car. A battery operated car, basically. It's absolutely amazing in here. I love it already. We've only just started the journey. Come on, onwards. Yes, a Ford Anglia. This is the estate version now. I'm pretty sure again in the young ones with Rick Mayall and Ade Edmondson. Ade Edmondson played Vivian in the young ones, and I'm pretty sure he had a Vauxhall. Was it a Vauxhall? Or was it? No, it was a Ford Anglia. I'm sure he had a Ford Anglia estate with a leg on the front of it. I'm pretty sure. Again, let me know in the comment section down below. Or does my memory deceive me? Let me know. Ford Escort Mark 1. Now this is a true legend. This brings back real childhood memories because a good mate of mine, a childhood mate, lived next door to me when I was at my mum and dad's. This was his first car when he passed his test. I think it had a few patches on it as well where rot had set in, and he used to put filler in it, but you know, it brings back memories. What a legendary car this is.
Let your family in on the sporting life at your Ford dealers. 2 doors or 4 doors, drive a Ford Escort. Again, Ford leads the way.
Now there's a designer, you see. That's when designers used to be designers. Me being a graphic designer, I look at the design of things and the design of cars like back in the day, like here, and you look at the design of electric cars now. Who designs these electric cars of the present? I mean, have they got blindfolds on? They look absolutely terrible. Modern cars. Ugh, what are they doing? Are they making electric cars look terrible on purpose or what? Just look around here. This is when design was proper. Even the advertisements here, being a graphic designer, as I said, the advertisements back then were a lot better as well. the designs for them. Just look at it. It's absolutely fantastic. And I'm using the word absolutely a lot, and I mean it. Wow, just look at this Mini. This is the one, it's literally brand new. It's got all the plastic on it still, and the cellophane and the plastic on the seats as well. Never been driven. Obviously, as you've read just on there, she put it away in a garage and just kept it immaculate. This is like, well, it's brand new basically. It's been preserved in history. I mean, that has got to be one of the most amazing cars that I've ever seen, kept in pristine condition from brand new and just hidden away and preserved. It's like it's frozen in history. What a fantastic car. Brilliant. Love it. Now, even if you bought an electric car today and you kept it and preserved it in history, well, you'd have to take the batteries out, wouldn't you? Otherwise it might be a bit of a fire hazard. This wouldn't work, would it? Wouldn't be the same. Look at this one, the Rover P6 V8 from 1973 that's got an 8-track stereo in it and a V8 under the bonnet. Now, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but was this not in the Sweeney? I can't remember, wasn't one of these in the Sweeney? Again, let me know in the comment section down below. This is fantastic. Velour seats, vinyl roof. Oh yeah, it's taking me back now. Get rid of your electric cars. They'll never have this. They'll never ever have this, what these cars have.
Since its launch, sales of the Cavalier have rocketed. A family car that drives like a sports car. Small wonder it's taken off. And now with 8 fuel-injected models, it's still a jump ahead of its rivals. The new fuel-injected Vauxhall Cavaliers. Fly one soon.
Oh my word, I have just spotted my favourite car ever. Now look at the hairs on my arm. The Ford Capri over there. I want to go straight to it, but there's so much more to see before we get there. But I can see the Ford Capri. I've got the Professionals theme in my head. Come on, onwards. Wow, the Singer 0 to 60, 16.5 seconds. I'll take it over an EV any day. I'm just looking at the radio there, just smiling with the L and the M and the long wave and the medium wave, and you used to press it and the little dial used to go across. It just reminds me of going up to the Lake District with my mum and dad, and they'd change the channel. They'd have the Archers on Radio 4 and switching over to Radio 2. You didn't get that many channels back in the day, but we seem to have a lot more quality content now, didn't we? I don't know. Anyway, come on, onwards. Another classic, my dad had one of these as well, Ford Cortina. What a fantastic car. It just oozes character, doesn't it, and personality, unlike, and I keep saying it, unlike any of the EVs that you get today. What's happened to if you're a car designer and you're watching this, I'm going to tell you now, if you're designing electric cars, you're basically rubbish. Just get another job. Or are people telling you to design electric cars and make them look rubbish? Take a look around here and design them like this. This is where real designers came into force, designing these cars. Pencil, paper and brains.
The new Ford Cortina. We couldn't make it better to look at, so we made it better to ride in and better to drive.
new car, Robert. Plenty of room in the back, I see.
Well, she'll give the suspension a good workout, if nothing else.
The 1985 Ford Sierra. It's one of the family.
A 1985 Ford Sierra. Now this does take me back. I was 15-year-old, going on 16, just about to leave school, and these, I used to dream about owning one of these. I mean, it's not the best design, this one, when you look back at it now, I have to say. I think the Ford Capri for me, if I ever get a little bit of spare cash and a garage, I'm going to pop a Ford Capri in it. In fact, I've actually got a garage now, and maybe and there's room for a Ford Capri actually in there. Let me see. I wonder if they got one for sale. Probably out of my price range now. Classics like this. The Austin Allegro Vanden Plas. I mean, it had a great sounding name, didn't it? But something a little bit like, Del Boy would say, what have you got? The Austin Allegro Vanden Plas. Unfortunately, I don't think it was one of the best cars though, was it? But still, the design of it, still better than any electric car that has been designed today, I think, in my personal opinion. I don't know. And I've got the Ford Capri right in front of me here as well. Now this, wow, brings a tear to my eye.
Introducing Allegro, the new driving force from Austin. Well, sir, can we going to demonstrate this car? Let's do it properly, shall we? What do you suggest?
Can we try the blue one?
Allegro, the new driving force from Austin.
Oh yes, the 1988 Ford Capri with Recaro seats. Now this was a classic. This was the one, exactly like the one that my dad used to have as well, and I absolutely loved it. He had it in burgundy. In fact, this one as well is actually from T.C. Harrison, and I remember the TV commercial from back in the day for T.C. Harrison. I think it was T.C. Harrison, there's no comparison. Commercials and adverts were way better back in the day, but I can also hear the professionals and see Bodie and Doyle screeching around in this car. You'll never see them screeching around if they remake the professionals in a Tesla, will you? Really? I mean, or an Ioniq. Come on.
Got to make very certain that the things which caused British Leyland's failure are on the way to being cured.
the Austin Princess. Now I remember this one because my next door neighbour Bernice used to have one of these, Bernice and Jim, and I used to go in it quite a lot actually. And also I'll tell you a little bit of information. I think I've said this before. Terry Scott, Terry and June, I'm pretty sure they had one of these as their family car in the sitcom Terry and June. Let me know in the comment section down below. Every young man wanted this car when they were younger, honestly. The XR2, the Ford Fiesta XR2.
Who but Ford could build a car as powerful as this? A new Ford XR2. It's highly tuned, but not highly strung.
This was a real chick magnet back in the day. 0 to 60 in, I believe, 9.2 seconds, I think. Was it 9.2 seconds? 9.3 seconds. Now, to put that in perspective, my Porsche Taycan, if you spec it up to the top spec, you can get as low as something like, I believe, 2.6 seconds or something like around that. Don't quote me on that figure. But, I mean, come on. This is, at the same time, is going to give you the right sound. You're going to get into an electric car like a Porsche Taycan and there's going to be nothing there, and that's what I mean. There's no soul, there's no personality, there's nothing. With this you've got the race, the beat of the engine like a beating heart, and that's what we're missing in modern day cars, or electric cars anyway. I mean, come on, let's get back to basics. The 1986 Jaguar XJS. Now, again, let me know in the comment section whether I'm right or wrong. From memory, did the Saint have one of these cars? Let me know in that comment section down below. Oh, we've got the got the Maestro over there. Now, I'm pretty sure that the Maestro used to speak to you. Am I right? Didn't it used to be one of the first cars that actually spoke to you? Let's go and take a look at it. There you go, the Mini Maestro. I am pretty sure it used to be one of the first cars that spoke to you. It had a voice inside, like a computerized voice. Am I just dreaming that or not? Let me know in the comment section down below and give us a hand. I'm pretty sure it did speak, but not very well.
Maestro, a masterly performer in any sphere. The highly advanced Austin Maestro. The highly advanced Austin Maestro from 4,750 pounds. Driving is believing. A 1979 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. It literally
oozed class, didn't it? I can see this thing driving up into like a stately home, a little bit like Peter Bowles into The Manor Born.
But I won't say goodbye. Just au revoir.
Golly, what a man.
Yes, isn't he?
Going to see Penelope Keith, I think it was, wasn't it? And he'd be in the back of one of these. If you're going to be in a Rolls Royce, you want to be in the back of one, not driving it. It's just not the same nowadays, is it? Rolls Royce, it's basically a BMW, isn't it? Not back in the day. Just look at that. Classic. Right, there you go. So we're going to head through now to the filling station cafe in here, where I'm going to grab a coffee. You can also grab a full English breakfast if you like. I've been known to have a full English breakfast, but not today. You can have some homemade pie, chips and peas, etc. But I think I'm just going to have a coffee and a little snack today. But we'll take a look in there. This is a great day out, I've got to tell you. It's fantastic. It's like stepping back in time, and it brings a lot of memories back from your childhood. Even brings a little bit of a tear to your eye when you see the cars that your parents used to drive. Absolutely fantastic. Let's head into the filling station cafe now and have a little snack at, and then we'll wrap up, and I'll tell you what I thought of it, and also where I think electric cars and EVs are going to be in the future. Right, my friends, so I'm going to eat my scone. I didn't have the full English breakfast today. They do have that on the menu, however. I've gone for a scone with jam and clotted cream and a cup of tea. I did order a latte to start with, and I says, hang on a minute, it's got to be a tea with scone. But the big question is it jam or cream first? Well, you let me know in the comment section down below. That is definitely going to be controversial. I'm going to eat this, drink my tea, and then we'll wind it up outside. And we'll come to the conclusion of why electric cars and EVs will never ever be the future. Oh, there we go. What a fantastic day that was. It really was worth every single penny for the entrance fee there. Don't forget, book online and you'll save yourself a few quid as well. And you can drive these cars as well. You can give them out for gifts, and I think I'm going to have to come back and drive the Ford Capri, I think, and do that on a vlog. Now then, electric cars. I said in the title here why they're not the future and why I found out that they're not the future. And because I've said before, I've owned this Porsche Taycan electric car now for coming on 2 years, I think. And when I was a kid, I had a little Porsche Scalextric, and I never dreamed that I'd just be ending up in a larger version of a Porsche Scalextric car, because that's basically what it is. There's no soul, there's no personality, there's nothing about it at all. And with a classic car, you've got personality, you've got soul to the car. It's got a heart to it, and something that you can actually drive and become part of. And also, cars like that, they're nostalgic, they're part of our history, and unfortunately I think we're heading down a road now where we're going to lose that something about, just lose the, what's the word I'm looking for, lose the personality of these cars. Because I remember my childhood driving around in my dad's Ford Capri and Ford Cortina, etc. But I don't think we're going to get the same for our children. Like my young little boy, who's 3-year-old, still plays with his cars, and he'll drive them around a little track that he's got, a little road, and he'll make the noise. But you're not going to get that. There is no sound to electric cars apart from like a washing machine sound or a spaceship sound. And unfortunately, that's why I think these cars, electric cars, will never work. They'll never be the future. I've said, in my opinion, I personally think it's all about control. It's about trying to stop people from the movement of people. It's trying to keep people in their homes and in a certain area, and they don't want people to drive. These cars are expensive, and I know this is sort of like on the excessive side. It's a Porsche Taycan, but still, even if you look at a Tesla or an MG or an Ioniq or whatever they're called, they're still way more pricier than an internal combustion engine. And also, which I'm going to do a video upon, is driving tests, for instance, and taking your test and learning to drive. Learning to drive is going to become more costly. It's already gone up in price post-pandemic, and I'll explain more why it's gone up in another video. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that tour, a little trip into the past of classic cars. That's all from me. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, click that little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos, and please give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.